Fresh off of the win last week against Houston, Pittsburgh looks to go 2 in a row and mount a pretty strong charge. Good afternoon to those of you who are tuning in on CBS after the early game out earlier today. The Buffalo game is getting close to wrapping up, actually. That was a thriller and a half, not. Aaron Rodgers absolutely decimated Tyrod Taylor and the Bills' defense. And that game is actually ending right now. Packers are 3-2 as of right now. Today, the Bills, the Chargers with a nice 2-2 record. Steelers with their first win, even though they're below 500, they are still leading the AFC North by one less loss over Cincinnati. That'll change because these games are almost always barn burners. Chargers, Steelers coming up next. By the way, it's a throwback game for this week. The Steelers have brought their 1970s home jerseys, harkening back to the days of Me Joe Green and the days of Terry Bradshaw. This afternoon, it is a hot one, to say the least. This game was originally supposed to be at 2 o'clock with the Bills-Packers game following afterwards, but how many people want to watch a Bills game close to prime time? Nobody. Live from Heinz Field is the Terrible Towels. They're walking out to a sellout crowd this afternoon at Heinz Field, led by Big Ben Roethlisberger. Looking on the sidelines, Roethlisberger. Everybody ready? We look to the Chargers sideline. Antonio Gates, the always long-term tight end. It's going to be interesting this afternoon. Chargers have won the toss and have elected to receive, so Chris Boswell will be kicking off. Sends the ball into the air, and we're underway from Pittsburgh this afternoon. Oliver will take it out as Davis sheds a tackle, but stops him right at the 18. Out comes Phillip Rivers, one of 3 notable quarterbacks drafted from that legendary class of 2004. Only one of those 3 that doesn't have a ring, Rivers. You know he's hungry for a ring.
Great passion, but really knows how to get the ball out wide to his receivers and just absolutely refuses to lose.
As Rivers already is in an empty set, he's by himself in the backfield. And Gates, the always reliable Gates with a 15-yard gain. So he was brought down by Mike Mitchell.
For all you young defenders out there, when you're in zone defense, you have to know where your holes are and find a way to adjust when the offense tries to attack them.
So, my Steelers are currently 1-3 right now after their big win over Houston last week.
So first down here after the completion.
So it's a first down there in a I formation.
Really stacked up on this play. They'll run the toss.
Davis pushes Melvin Gordon back, who is really starting to draw a little bit of comparisons to LaDainian Tomlinson, to say the least. Ever since Tomlinson went to the Jets, that obviously has been a pretty big pull. And Michael Turner couldn't carry the team forever, so the Chargers eventually ended up going with Gordon. As Shazier tries to get to the quarterback, hits him as he throws. Johnson sheds the tackle, but gets the first. William Gay knocks him down.
Always good to move the chain, so a nice job by the quarterback to find his man open for a first down.
Smart catch by the 11. That was just yikes.
And now after the catch, the offense will have clutched 7 down.
First down 10 from the Pittsburgh 44. Rivers back to a empty set. He's got his back Gordon in the backfield. He gets hit. Gates over the middle. Mitchell with a hard shot. So far, their defense is getting blown up, especially in their secondary. Kind of a big problem with Tomlin the first 3 games is he didn't adjust to the way the game was going. So he'd get burned on those passes like that. I mean, everybody's sending the Steelers are sending the house at Rivers. And that leaves the secondary wide open. That's the problem of going up against guys like Gates. If you remember from the last tournament we did, the double elimination one, the Steelers absolutely destroyed the Chargers as William Gay almost picks that one off. If you remember that Saturday night showdown. As William Gay almost had an interception right there. Second down and 10.
So 2nd and 10 here. They're going to head back.
Hargrave. And Cockrell almost has an interception.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage.
3rd and 10.
Just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception.
Right there, he should have had that.
Don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Because it seemed like everybody had a block on their receiver and their man. That would have been easily taken the other way.
3rd down here for the offense.
3rd and 10 from the Pittsburgh 37. San Diego with a fullback set.
Shotgun snap here. Rivers looking way down.
Cockrell, and that one was tipped away, incomplete. And somewhere, first-year coach Anthony Lynn is probably snapping headsets right now. Kind of a weird pass interference-ish looking call. Because it seems like if you see the replay, Mitchell was wrapped up around Travis Benjamin. I mean, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Secondary finally goes to work. Kaiser getting ready to punt. Antonio Brown back deep to return. And that will be a touchback. So out comes the big bus, Ben Roethlisberger, drafted in 2004, who easily has taken the Steelers off of a 6-10 season the year before. And if he isn't in the Super Bowl conversation, he is almost always in the conversation with the playoffs. Now his offense understands the significance of wearing these uniforms today, as Bell takes a snap. Bell blows through the secondary. Antonio Brown blocking like a Porsche from a cop. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. An explosive 80-plus yard run by Le'Veon Bell. Watch this. Look at that. McCollins falls down, and the only person left was Antonio Brown. Antonio ran right with him. What a run to start the Steelers off right. They showed up to play today. That's for sure. By the way, update for next week's Steelers game against the Broncos. That game will not be on Sunday Night Football. That game has been moved to 2:30 Eastern. And that game was replaced by the Patriots and Colts game. 2 Giants in the AFC. Obviously, the Patriots were knocked to the 3rd seed after their loss to the potential loss to always 2 Giants in the AFC. When these 2 clash, it's always a fun sight, and that's the reason they moved it to prime time. Steelers and Broncos will go green at 2:30 Eastern, and supposedly Kevin Harlan will be on the call for that one. As the Chargers look to rebound from their 3 and out.
First down. Takes a snap out of the gun.
As Rivers tries to look and he gets dropped. The ball is out. Chargers land on it, but it was a huge mistake by Rivers and a smart play by Ryan Shazier. Watch this. Somebody gets to... Actually, no, it wasn't Shazier. Shazier was in the back. It was Moats that went in and knocked the ball free. Luckily, the Chargers were able to land on it. As we look at 12-year head coach Mike Tomlin.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's
that was almost a big mistake there. Rivers. The receiver pushed down for a gain of 6. It was Melvin Gordon. Sorry. That's all that was there from that shot. But that was just like, no catch for you. No yards for you.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
3rd and 13 from the San Diego 20.
The tight end changing his position. Shotgun formation.
As everybody's trying to go straight to Rivers, that's thrown away, incomplete.
And on that one, he was just really
It was Johnson that was the intended man on that one. Number 91 was there for the stop. And
they're unable to connect on the 3rd down.
Kaiser back out to punt. I'm sure he'll be frustrated because he's going to be doing that a lot today with how powerful the Steelers are. Brown this time is deep to return, and hopefully he can get some space to work. Takes the snap. And he's still on his feet. Brown tripped, and he falls at the 44. Nobody's scored a punt return yet in this Madden tournament. Nobody's taken a punt to the house. So far, Brown and Sanders and Jordan Norwood of the Broncos have all come close. Roethlisberger, play action, dropped, incomplete. As you look at the offensive line, sponsored by Head and Shoulders, and one word can describe people like Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, and it's not snake. Well, it is, but not right now. Explosive, and they can easily change the outcome of a game pretty much then and there. Roethlisberger looking for a man deep. Wheaton drops it. Now we look at the Chargers defensive line, and they've been beefed up a little bit, but nothing too special per se.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look
3rd and 10
here on 3rd.
From the San Diego 44. And that one's dropped, incomplete.
And it falls incomplete.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
So the Steelers go to 3 and out.
Special teams out there for the punt.
Barry puts it deep. And will mark the Chargers at the 20. After that completion, the Chargers set up in a strong I formation with Gordon in the backfield. As Thomas strips him down for a gain of 1. Pretty much nothing was gained on that one. Over in Seattle, the Saints and Seahawks, which is America's Game of the Week this week on Fox, is underway. The Seahawks have just scored a touchdown, and we have ended quarter number 1 today in Pittsburgh. Steelers have a 7-0 lead. Touch. Anyways, watch Le'Veon Bell. He goes for a huge run. Just blows up their secondary. And there's AB driving around in his Porsche. There's Rivers looking on very seductively.
Welcome back here, everybody, to the NFL on EA Sports.
Back here at Heinz Field for quarter number 2. Steelers with a 7-0 lead.
See if they stay on the ground for
as the Chargers have pretty much done an air game against the Steelers.
They'll go with a 2 tight end look. Quick drop this time.
As Rivers with a quick step. Incomplete. It was intended for Antonio Gates.
What you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle.
Steelers have been quite stingy on the running game so far. When it comes to the run defense, they've been fairly stingy compared to last week against Houston, even though they still pulled off a 38-20 victory. As that one is incomplete. 4th and 9. What a quick stop there for Pittsburgh. They are holding strong against San Diego. Kaiser back out for a 3rd straight punt. As he's going to catch it. And knocked back for a 44 of Pittsburgh. So the Steelers look to be going to a I formation with Le'Veon in the backfield. As tight end goes in motion. Bell with another explosive gain. He is still on his feet and gets tripped for a gain of 17. Chargers have been pretty stingy on passing yards as well. However, that's only because all of Roethlisberger's passes have fallen incomplete. That's strictly the only reason that's been the case. So, yeah, the Broncos game next on week 6. We'll go green it. We'll kick off at 2:30 Eastern on Fox, actually. It was announced a few minutes ago. That game will be seen on Fox with the Undisputed crew on call for that one. If you watch Skip and Shannon on FS1, they will be calling the Broncos-Steelers game on Fox. And a couple other games this year. Le'Veon Bell so far has been put to work a little bit in this game.
That brings up 2nd down here from the gun.
as he goes from the gun.
Throws to his right.
Goes to Hayward Bay. Hayward Bay down at the 20-yard line. That was Roethlisberger's first completion all game. As see the Steelers finally do some work in the red zone. Roethlisberger to Bell. 3-4 defenders, and he's down at the 14. That was a trick that Manning does best. And that one falls incomplete. The constant no-huddle offense.
To really keep that defense on that field and just tire them to death.
That's their best trick. It was AB as the intended man on that one.
Now the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. And a nickel back on the field for the D.
As 3rd and 4. Williams the catch, and he's still fighting for some yards. He's down at the 3.
It's really nice for an offense when the running back is not just a runner, but a player who can catch it out of the backfield as well.
Smart play there by the 3rd down back for the Steelers, number 34, Williams. So
the offense back to the line after the completion for first.
The offense is back.
Circling here around the 2-minute warning.
Close to the 2-minute warning. Bell trying to go to the left side. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
We've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
And just like that.
And a PAT coming up. The PAT is
Extra point is up. Extra point is good. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's been just straight up feasting on the Steelers D right now. Or sorry, the Chargers D. Herndon will take it out this time. Dupree brings him down at the 19. Steelers have so far been working together pretty well, like a sort of a well-oiled machine on that that defense, especially on special teams. Being able to stop their man.
So a nickel formation here for the defense. The snap from the gun. Throws it over
Rivers threw that one over the middle, incomplete. So far, they've been really able to harass Rivers in the pocket.
Nice coverage downfield. Looked like the receiver broke open quickly, but the defender ate up the gap.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
As Rivers alone, 2nd and 10. And he gets hit.
And he brings it in.
Brought in a 3rd down and 7.
It's not the most glamorous route that a receiver can run, but how crisply did he run the out route in order to make that play successful?
That was a massive hit on Rivers, but he's still able to let that completion go.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
They haven't even converted a 3rd down yet.
They'll operate from the gun.
As they're trying to get to Rivers, Gates gets knocked out for a gain of 2. It was Cockrell that was there on the stop.
But they're not going to go to bench discouraged. They feel like they're starting to set the defense up a little bit, looking for the big play as this game progresses.
As he just gets thrown down, out of bounds, incomplete.
And now a punting situation after they completed the
They're
pass.
back to punt. Fourth time they've gone 3 and out today for the Chargers. Brown there with the reception. Can he get a block? As he gets brought down at the 50 by his own man. So that's a no on getting a block. So the Steelers look to pad their lead and make it a really uphill climb for San Diego today.
The snap from the gun.
Roethlisberger to Hayward Bay for a pretty decent gain. It was about 17 yards.
For the offense, man-to-man coverage, the offense should win most of those battles.
On that one. Smart gain there.
So first down here after the completion.
First down and 10 from the Chargers, 33. Roethlisberger, own island. Throws, gets pounded. Brown with the catch. He drops it, incomplete.
Brandon, I came out of my chair on that one. A lovely looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
Second down and 10 from the Steelers, from the Chargers, 33. As they're going to probably go to another pass. That's really kind of one of the more bigger problems with the
in the defensive secondary here as they drop into the dime.
running game here for the offensive gain. Game for Pittsburgh is Antonio Brown gets it and touchdown, Pittsburgh. I tell you what, if there's any Steelers alumni out there in the audience today watching this or at the game, you should feel real proud right now. What does Phillip Rivers do after potentially trying to lead the Chargers on a 21-point comeback right now? He turns off his Xbox. They go for the PAT.
And now they try for the PAT conversion.
Boswell with the kick.
And they cap the touchdown with
3 straight touchdowns, 3 straight extra points. That is Antonio Brown on the board with a 33-yard reception.
Just about ready.
Surprised that wasn't challenged. Of course, just a reminder, all the major challenges can only be issued upstairs. They cannot be issued by the coach. Is still on his feet.
And this run back stopped at the 25.
Is Oliver gets brought down at the 25. That's the furthest the Chargers have gone on special teams today. If I'm Rivers, I would start swinging for that end zone.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
And make sure the Steelers do not hit you.
Tries over the middle.
Just like that is, oh, wow, what a big hit.
Banged up there on that play. He's headed off the field, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too serious. We expect him back in a few
By
plays.
Travis Benjamin. Big shot. Let's look at what happened. So watch Travis Benjamin, number 12. So the play goes. He kind of has a delayed jump. Gets the ball. And then here comes Shazier and Mitchell kind of on a double team move here. As you see, they're wrapped up. And then it was like, I thought it was Shazier that grabbed him by the neck right there. And then it was Travis Benjamin. Sorry, it was Mitchell that was there and took him out. Like they said, he'll be out for probably maybe a couple plays or so.
The defense here in a dime look.
Inman back to replace Travis Benjamin after that one. Incomplete.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Second down and 10 from the Steelers 36. Sorry, the San Diego 36.
And the defense comes out of the dime.
Allen, the lone receiver, to his right.
Shotgun formation.
Corner blitz. Incomplete. It was Moats that was there that rushed the pass. And how many hurried up passes has Rivers had to throw today? This has to be at least 10 by now.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the defense
Chargers looking to convert 0-4. Benjamin back into the game.
Snap comes back.
Snap coming back as Allen gets a hit. He's brought down 4th and 5.
In time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have.
Watch this. He's wide open.
And when the offense
Gets the catch. And then
that's where they throw the football.
All that mumbo jumbo.
whoever's not there is usually where the quarterback throws the ball to. As they're going to punt this one or not. 1 half in the books, and the Steelers are really sending a message to the rest of the league with a 21-0 lead over San Diego. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Is Le'Veon Jet Bell is going to take off and watch Antonio Brown. And look out, nobody's faster than our Porsches, boys. Ben Roethlisberger, leader of men, is going to connect with Antonio Brown for a touchdown. Philip, I have too many kids, Rivers, is going to connect with Antonio Gates on this one. Roethlisberger, leader of men, is going to connect with Hayward Bay on this one.
And we're back for the second half. Here's a quick look
Back here in Pittsburgh,
half.
and so far it has been ugly in terms of San Diego. They've had 68 total yards on passing.
Yet they've actually lost yards when they've tried to go to the ground. As Wheaton will take it out. And he's still on his feet, and he's getting pushed back to the 18. He tried cutting to the left, but yikes. So total yards in terms of the Chargers, they've had 66 total, 68 passing yards, and they've lost yards on rushing. As Le'Veon Bell gets bounced around and flips about for a gain of about 4.
This is where the expression "staying ahead of the chains" comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for third down.
As the Steelers are going back to the 22-yard line, and they're going straight to a quick slant.
from the shotgun.
Roethlisberger from the shotgun. Hayward Bay with the catch. He's open. He's getting lot of yards. He is gone. Nobody can get to Hayward Bay. Touchdown, Steelers. This is what you call sending a message to the rest of the league.
Brandon, did you forget to tell me we were back from commercial break? That was a quick drive that culminated in a touchdown.
This could be a preview for what we can see next week in Denver for Pittsburgh. You just see Hayward Bay. Yoink. Crawls into the end zone. I'm bored. This secondary needs to be harder on their game. And look at Monte Teo. Look at that. You think every single one of Roethlisberger's toys could get a touchdown apiece? Le'Veon's got 2. Antonio Brown had 1 in the first half. And how about this? It was 3 plays.
Everyone getting lined up, and it looks like we are just about set to rock.
For the Steelers. Now they're up by 4 touchdowns.
He's going to return it. And he'll be tackled just across the 30, right around the 31.
Anyways, tonight on NBC, you can watch 2 winless teams on Sunday Night Football. Kind of interesting that this game wasn't flexed to Sunday night instead of Vikings-Cowboys being moved to this time.
And on first down, play action. Rivers tries the deep ball.
Is William Gay with the pick.
And he wrangles him to the ground.
Wow.
But the defensive guy said it's just a great play by them. They broke on the football.
Steelers have been playing hard today, offense and defense. This is a well-deserved win. This could get interesting here. Chargers have only ran 2 plays on the ground, and that's only because they're stingy in terms of receptions. In terms of the running game with Steelers, they passed quite a bit, and they hadn't even worked for Jack.
What I like the most, though, is when he throws it deep, he still has touch.
The offense back to the line after the completion for first.
This is definitely a blowout on pretty much all fronts. Bell
Hand it off to Le'Veon Bell.
trying to scramble for some yards. It was an 8-yard gain on that one.
Brandon, that's a body blow type of a run. The type of run that if you keep getting them and accumulating them throughout the game, that'll really wear a defense down as we get to the fourth quarter.
At this point, the Steelers are honestly probably just going to run out the clock because of how much they've just absolutely decimated the Chargers today, as Le'Veon gets a gain of 10.
Well, Brandon, they're back in the red zone again. They've been here a lot today. Let's see if they can tack some more points on the board.
I'm sure they will. Yeah, I'm sure that clip is going to be repeated quite a bit in this game because, oh my God. As Le'Veon drops it, incomplete.
This is not unfamiliar territory for the offense. They've been in the red zone plenty today and have cashed in.
Second down and 10. Steelers definitely have had a bit more of a balanced game, which has been a major criticism of Tomlin's play calling, is it's so one-dimensional. They've really hit a nice balance of runs and passes, including Le'Veon's first play from scrimmage today in this game. In fact, it's getting close to dinner time out east.
Third down and 10. They'll operate from the gun.
As Brown gets it in, touchdown, Steelers.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing.
Yikes. Absolute slaughter of the Chargers right now. Up by 35. Well, 34. Boswell is going to turn into 35. In fact, Gradkowski is probably going to be subbing in for Roethlisberger. Mostly because they're so far ahead and they want to get them rested up. Because you don't want to be using your golden goose too much. Especially in those massive blowouts. Boswell kicks it deep. Herndon trying to return it to the 20-yard line. As Steelers are getting close to 350 total yards today, Timmons moves towards the box. And Cockrell with another pick. Whoa. Another failed drive by the Chargers. Oh. This game's just getting uglier by the minute. Roethlisberger in today's game, he's thrown for 3 touchdowns, but completion's been a little interesting. There's a flag on the play. Le'Veon scrambles out to the 24 approximately. Yikes. First and 10 from the Steelers 46.
And on first down. Catches the snap out of the gun.
Oh, what a hit. Wow. That was a hit and a half. You think that's not some frustration being aired out on the Steelers? Yikes. That was just, nobody picked him up. Ingram just went full send at Roethlisberger. That was a shot. And I think a couple Steelers were jawing at Ingram after that hit.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Roethlisberger drops, hurries up, and Wheaton with the catch. First down, Steelers. This game just keeps getting uglier and uglier if you're a Chargers fan.
3 quarters down, I think the bus has already started. Charles and I might be searching for earlier flights here. This game is lopsided. Fourth quarter, though, still to come. It's the NFL.
Yikes.
On EA Sports.
Last time the Chargers were shut out. Let me Google this.
were shut out. If you remember, last time they were shut out was back in 2014 against Miami. If you remember that game. And that is just going to keep getting uglier. I'll tell you this.
So first down here after the completion.
And I think the coach on the sidelines, San Diego coach, is probably
The give is to Bell.
looking towards, okay. I bet you money right now that the Steelers coach is probably going to have some less than nice words to say about Mike Tomlin. As he is,
And after the play on the ground, that
they're
brings
setting
up
up
second down here.
23.
They'll hand it
Roethlisberger
off to Le'Veon Bell.
trying to scramble.
The 18.
So far, 2 for 2 here in the red zone today. And to say the least, it's been fairly ugly. In fact, I think the next drive, Roethlisberger might be taken out for Gradowski because of how big their lead is. Williams down for a gain of 2. See if they can trap him. Roethlisberger scrambling out of the pocket. And their Chargers are going to be setting up at the 16. This gets uglier. In fact, I think if you're Rivers, just pass at this point. You have literally the world's most lopsided passing attack. But I think several Chargers fans are actually leaving the stadium right now as we speak.
Set up a screen pass.
As he does a screen pass to Melvin Gordon. As Rivers gets slammed yet again.
Works awfully well for a defense. They still have to find a way to score points. And as long as you're not giving those up, you're doing just fine.
Second down now after the pass completion.
As they're going back again. Rivers slam. Again by the corner. That was a wicked hit. As you look at completion rate, Rivers has not thrown for a touchdown. Roethlisberger's thrown for 3. In fact, I think Gradowski's probably going to go in here if the Steelers Chargers go 3 and out. Stevie Johnson with 3 receptions. We've hit the 2-minute warning today in Pittsburgh. Again, tonight on NBC, you're going to have 2 winless teams meet here on Sunday Night Football out in Dallas, the Vikings and Cowboys. In fact, we have a couple more at the NBC Watch Us Watch Sunday Night Football series.
The snap from the gun.
Later this year, as Rivers uncorks it. In fact, that's incomplete. In fact, rumor has it that the Steelers and Colts game in a couple weeks will be a Watch Us Watch Sunday Night Football game. Essentially, that's what it is.
Second down,
Well, it's probably going to come down to.
And the receivers bunched up. Shotgun snap.
Rivers got slammed that time by William Gay. Incomplete.
The defense is going to take credit for that incompletion. because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
He's going to start uncorking it. I have a feeling the Chargers haven't even converted on third today. That's how painful this game has been if you're a Chargers fan.
Shotgun snap here. He brings it in for the catch.
As Allen breaks through. And that was a definitely solid game there.
And they're going to hurry back to the line.
They're hurried back.
The snap out of the gun.
That one's thrown out of bounds, incomplete. Even though the Chargers conveniently have 3 timeouts, but hey, I digress.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
At this point, I think the Chargers are probably going to go into strictly zone defense.
Here's they drop into the dime. Swings it left side.
As Golson picks it off. And he balls out. Chargers get it back. That was interesting. Golson gets it. Watch this. Hits it. Tries to go. And then the ball comes out. And his lineman picks it up. So the Steelers defense, they're going to review it. Remember, all reviews are done at this point in the booth. Mike McCoy and Mike Tomlin, the Mike Show. Looking at the ball. Yep. Did he strip it out? And then the Chargers fell on it. The big fella.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes.
Oh, shut up, all 10 of you Chargers fans.
So he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Shut up, you all 5 of you Chargers fans. Seriously. Anyways, first down and 10 from the Pittsburgh is Le'Veon Bell. Gets a couple yards.
The word finish is used by each and every team. This is an opportunity now for this team to close out their opponent. Championship teams know how to close out games.
Unless you're playing down to your competition, like the Steelers have a reputation for.
So as you look at
oh,
Jesus.
They'll run the counter.
And that one's going to lose some yards. As Roethlisberger goes back to the line.
And now it looks like they're going to be
and he's going to fake the spike. And he's going to uncork it long. Wheaton with the catch. Touchdown, Steelers. Yikes. And, I think you can see a bit of a scrum behind him. Ingram, Bosa getting in there.
Yeah, I would say it will be a little bit tense, but you have to look at it from the side of the victor. They're in a tight battle. They may need those points in case of the tiebreaker at the end of the year.
Sounds about right.
So here comes the extra point.
6 touchdowns. Yikes.
Goes through the uprights.
Roethlisberger is thrown for 2 today. Sorry, 4 touchdowns. Le'Veon scrambled for 2.
And everyone is lined up for the kickoff.
Boswell will kick it off. Anyways, afterwards, we're going to send you over to Football Night in America over on NBC. As Oliver escapes, there's a flag. And it looks like it might be on the Chargers. to amount to another frustrating game. So there you go. The Chargers is set up deep. All they would do, they would be stupid to do a run play here at this point. Because you're so far down, just sling that ball deep. Just remember, performances like this could very well be what gets some coaches fired. Coaches and coordinators. As Rivers connects with Keenan Allen. 9 seconds left.
I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw.
If they can hold him here, this could be probably the first shutout this year since week 1 on Sunday Night Football with the Patriots and the Giants. Like they seriously thought Keenan Allen was going to trip over his own man, over the Steeler, and have that be marked as a tackle. As Gay with another pick. And that will do it from Pittsburgh. Allen and William Gay going at each other. Yikes. I bet you people are calling for Mike McCoy's head right now. People are really calling for Mike McCoy's head, to say the least. And this will most likely be a kneel down here. As they set up shop at the 20.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
As that'll do it from from Pittsburgh. As the Steelers send a statement with a shutout win today, 42-0 over the Chargers. Tonight on NBC, Sunday Night Football with the Minnesota Vikings and Dallas Cowboys. As the Steelers are having a bit of a party here, as there's some more extracurriculars. Right now, it's like Gilbert and some of the other Steelers obviously wasn't as bad as the others earlier after that touchdown, that fake spike that turned into a touchdown. So, anyways, so long from Pittsburgh in an absolute decimation of the Chargers today, 42-0. This could hurt their chances at the wild card.